Okay. Korcari Wilds. Jesus Christ, there's an army of wolves here. Kill them all.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
We'll let them come to us, there's so many of them still waiting for their... It's just safer this way.
Call me the Reaper. That's right.
Wolf pelts.
All right, all right. Now's better than later. Got it.
And one of them was carrying a lesser health poultice. Dying soldier.
Over here.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Well, let's try to bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
We'll just fight our way out of trouble.
I still do not relish the thought of encountering an army.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Missionary.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Letter to Jacoby. My dear son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the Wild Sun, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The Chancellor respect one with survival skills in the wilds. I hope to get a grip on that before you arrived, and maybe establish an agreement with a local tribe so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you'll find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. And there's a list of landmarks. There you will find our meeting point. I love you, Jackme, my son. I hope to see you soon. Your father, Rigby. I'm not going to go after anywhere specific until we have mapped out most of the place anyway. It's just more convenient to do things that way. White flower with a blood red center. That's one quest done. It's for the dog.
Kill them all.
Okay, let's try this.
On it.
All right.
I want to see if we can lure them out.
On it.
Okay, we're done with you now. Now's better than later.
On it. On it.
Let's see what you're made of! Let's grab some glory! We fight!
Done.
Ah, one of them is using fire arrows now.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Run while you still can!
It's preferable to fight like this because
What now?
we won't have to face the group at the same time. Just one enemy at a time, or even a couple of enemies. Sometimes it also makes there might be traps here, more of them ambushing us. So we can just engage with them like this. It just makes more sense. And there's a huge group of them again.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Darkspawn. They just crop up everywhere, don't they?
You asked for it!
On it.
You're home! Down! That's right! Come on!
Off I go.
Right away.
He has a pinning shot. Slows down movement.
Alright! That's
No
it!
chance. No chance at all.
On it.
Done.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? That went well. May our blade strike true!
Yeah, just stop doing whatever you're doing there.
Let's see what you're made of!
I shall.
All right. Darkspawn.
As
A
you
bit
wish.
more dying, please.
Right away.
All right, that's it. Show them no mercy!
Very well.
Well, wasn't that nice? Vial of Darkspawn blood. More blood. You can't play this game by just relying on archery. It works on some fights like this if you have a if you can engage them at the very edge. But in most fights you just can't do this. Okay, we have the blood. Mud Idol, Rigby's field journal. The chastened barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble among the paths of the wilds. In this way they mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. Interestingly, these markers look indistinguishable from a regular pile of stones. I have dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard or a location used for secret storage among the chastened. I have only found a portion of the message, however. I think that if I could complete the message, find all of the trail markers, I can find this cache and see what treasure the chastened have to hide. I have found one such marker near this camp, under a fallen tree leaning against the ruins. Each marker seems to point to one or two others. I hear rumors that a Darkspawn horde is coming. I hope I can find this treasure before it's too late. There it is. What is it? I mean, what is it really? It's just a piece on the land where it's not really anything.
What's that?
Chasin trail sign. Okay, now they started to pop up everywhere. We don't really see most of the map, so it's understandable that we don't see most of the markers. Extra loot if we click on places on the ground.
As you wish.
It's just past there, and there are archers on the ridges, fighters there.
All right.
Right to the face!
It's a good day to die.
On it.
Off I go.
That's right. Come on.
Watch out.
You can even smell the breath.
On your guard, wretch.
As you wish.
And stay down. I'll get on it.
I'm guessing it was supposed to work from the other side. Attract someone, then have it pull back while the archers shoot. Something like that. Anyway. This is a good reason to have everyone with a ranged weapon. Doesn't really matter how crappy they are.
All right, all right.
Sometimes it just makes a lot of sense to have a use a ranged weapon even though you're terrible at it. Right. Boom. Minimap now. It's not all that useful like this. Okay. Or dark spawn noises. Everyone go to melee.
Right.
Rogue. You don't want to give them opportunities to strike at your back, they will be doing backstabs. They aren't worth much at this point. When you don't even get a single silver piece from an enemy, they're practically worthless.
Looky here.
Looky. Squirrel hunting. Get away. Wolves. Alpha. Nothing too bad. Here's the Alpha.
Let's see what we're made of! I'm sorry. Am I too quick for you? Now's better than later.
Greater Lyrium Potion. That's what the wolf had. Of course he had one. Iron chest.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Jacint, Flatblade, Novice, Reemaroon, and Letta. My dear son Jagbe, I fear this is the last letter I will write to you. I have had difficulty finding the chassis to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in a great haste, possibly fleeing the so-called darkspawn that are rumored to be gathering in the walls in ever greater numbers. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and take care of your family. Your loving father, Rigby. Plus 10% cold resistance. It's not going to be useful for anyone, so it's just no one's really using gold attacks here anyway, and it's only 10%, so it's an item you might want to hold on to if you engage battles with a very deadly enemy that uses cold attack. The problem is the system, the inventory capacity system is built in a way that it doesn't really allow you to hoard replacement magical items all that much. It's not a good inventory system. It's very limited space considering you have a ton of people. Also, jewelry taking as much space as an armor is a big concern. At least with a weight-based system you can sort of get around that. Because they usually have containers you can place items in. So even if they take space, you can just have a pouch or something where you stick all of them. Yeah, I'll keep to this. No, I'm going north. We'll go with the systematic approach. We'll try to paint the entire map before moving forward too much. Yeah, hanged people or hanged bodies at the tree trunk. Squirrel! Just disappeared right here. Magical squirrels. Ah, Herlock, Genlock, Archer.
I'll get on it.
Ah, we've killed them already. Vial of blood. Who the hell is a chassis marker?
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
Yeah, hanging the dead is a bit excessive, I agree. Desecrating corpses in general. Guess you can get people mad about it, which is sort of the point. Mad people don't tend to think so much, or so well. Yeah, screw this archery bullshit. We'll face them like men in direct combat. Come on, come on. One at a time. At least two at a time, otherwise it's not really a challenge. Nice interruption, by the way. We didn't get to do our better ability there. Tactical withdrawal. I don't want to use healing items. Not against these.
Say I didn't warn you!
Ooh. There's quite a bit more of them than I initially saw. And that's sort of the weakness of rushing into enemies. Wait. Yori has a balanced greatsword. I think we have a chest and flat blade, and it's better. On the other hand, take the. We don't. The problem is we don't want him to keep it, so we have to change the crappy weaponry back to him at some point. I'm not letting this trash have anything valuable until I'm certain they're permanent members of the team. Yeah, just attack. Missionary Rigby. Last Will and Testament. Wildflowers. Yeah, these are our quest items. To whoever finds this note, this is the last will and testament of Rigby the missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's word. I have come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife Chedah. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in a winter ruin in the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox find my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and my son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know that I die in service to the Maker.
On it.
Insufficient skill. Strength 20, dexterity 22. Flurry. Character lashes out in a flurry of 3 blows, dealing normal combat damage with each. So, a lot of abilities. I think maybe it's time to start taking these. Although I don't know. We could take Flurry still. It's and we would have a lot of these damage abilities against a single target, so we could burst out a lot of damage. That's usually more important but gaining bonuses to attack and defense. Significant experience with 2-weapon fighting, gaining a bonus to critical chance, as well as possibility with each hit to inflict bleeding lacerations that continue to damage the target for a time. So these are not bad abilities, but we can only take the 2 first ones. I'd say the flurry is more important. It's fairly expensive though, so I don't know. It means we can't choose flurry and repose. We have to probably use dual weapons sweep and a flurry. Naturally, powerful wouldn't be a bad either. It's reduces the fatigue penalty for wearing armor, and we have greater health. It's not a bad thing at all. So I'll take the flurry. These don't really do other than damage, more damage, and these have disabling effects. Superior Dwarven Guard Armor. It is significantly better armor. Fatigue is worse, but it also has a magical bonus to armor and physical resistance, so it is better. Heavy armor. You have equipped heavy or massive armor. While these grades of armor offer excellent protection, be aware that they reduce the character's attack speed with bows and crossbows. Although the Master Archer talent eliminates this penalty for the heavy class of armors, weighty armor also tends to cause more fatigue, which is a percentage increase in the mana or stamina cost to activate a spell or talent. It's currently 18%. You can take a talent to reduce this. We'll have to take it sooner or later. Let's see if we have enough fatigue for now. We have about 100, so we can use this and this, probably continue using them. We cannot use both Riposte and Flurry, or even a Cripple, so we need more fatigue, certainly. I think you gain some fatigue every time you level up, so I don't know how much stats I want to increase to get more fatigue. The problem might go away on its own with level ups. And we certainly do need more strength and dexterity. Especially dexterity at this point. Because strength was mostly at the moment for access to certain armors. Strength 25. Yeah, we can get up to here with strength, so we don't have to take strength for a while. But dexterity, yeah, 36, and we have something like 20 at the moment, so that's quite a lot of dexterity we need. Yep, it's going to be more heavy focus on dexterity from now on. We do need strength. It does affect damage and things like that, chance to hit, I think, so increases attack score in melee combat by 0.5 for each point. Increases attack score in range while combat by 1 point. Defense for 1 point each. Increased damage for piercing weapons. Doesn't apply to us. Prerequisite for some weapon talents. It contributes to physical resistance. Well, that's good. Increased damage from all weapons except crossbows and staves. Increase attack score in melee by 0.5. Prerequisite for most weapon talents and higher level armor and weapons. Contributes to physical resistance and intimidation. Okay. Persuasion. Armor penetration. Mental resistance. Physical resistance. So strength, dexterity and constitution would all give physical resistance. Is that, where do I see my physical resistance? Here. 24. Like physical effects, mental effects. So we want mental effects from our equipment because we're not getting, certainly not getting it from our stats. Stats will give a lot of physical resistance though. Don't have to worry too much about that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Less whining.
I'll get on it.
Insufficient skill.
Got it. Now's better than later. All right, all right.
I think we're free to proceed at this point. I don't see anything worthwhile here. No markers, no anything, so moving on. What is this? An ambush.
Big one.
Push them back!
Any last words?
Decapitation. I do like that there it doesn't really make sense for the rogues to have that kind of warning. But I do like the fact that there is, if you keep your ears open, you can hear warning signs of an ambush, even though you don't see anything. Because it's very cheap to have the rogues invisible in a terrain like this. There's really no place for them to hide realistically. So even though if you're making an ambush, at least gives the player who's observant a little bit of a warning. You can't avoid the ambush, but you can. You know when it's coming, and that's usually enough to survive it. More hung dead people there. Hanged. Hanged, I'm not sure. How do you say it? Anyway. Game saves. So it's a fight. Shit. It's a mage. They're the most dangerous opponents you'll face. Excluding some boss fights.
On it.
But even a normal mage can be extremely dangerous. Because they can burst out a lot of damage on their face. and there's no real healing in our party. So if we get hit by something that does a huge amount of damage to everything, we'll have to live with the damage until every enemy here is wiped out. I'll see if I can take out the emissary before anyone else joins the fight.
On it.
I shall. Right away.
You're gonna regret. Yes,
I shall. Do not falter!
Usually the best tactics against spellcaster is to ignore everything else until you've taken care of the caster. You want to try to disrupt whatever he's doing or interrupt immediately, so any kind of damage on him is good, because there's a chance his spells will start failing. And you want to get some melee guy next to him that can do anything, stun, knock down, whatever, something that will just prevent him from casting until the rest of the group is all around him and can hack him to pieces. Jason quest signs. I think we got all the signs. They have alerted you to an old cache in the Korcari wilds. So yeah.
We still need to find those documents, if they're even here.
On it.
Darkspawn.
I'll get on it. You have no skill! Only operation!
Don't say I didn't warn you!
This was a very weak caster. He basically used some kind of a stave attack, and that's pretty much harmless. I'm not reading this now.
What is your command?
Yeah, Darkspawn staff. It was another typical mage. Very weak for mage.
Alright. Got it. Now's better than later.
New quest. Torn from a book on local myths and legends, the Korcari Wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Astia and Nebunar, two young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astia grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth, bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake in the Korcari Wilds. Gazarath began to fancy her, and they spent much of their days together, talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Astia became a woman, and began to seek the company of men. When Astia met Nebunar, the two fell in love, and Astia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend, but the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her begone. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again, until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Wait, hold. Gazarath told her that she would never see it again. I'm guessing this refers to Gazarath refers to itself. It just seems weird because it's an it. Surely he doesn't consider himself as a it. considers himself as a personality, you wouldn't use it. It sort of seems like it refers to something else besides the people here. Okay, that I'm assuming so. Gezar told her that she wouldn't see Gezarath again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Assia was horrified, and she fled from the enraged spirit. She began to miss Gezarath, and on the day Nebunar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gezarath, knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the Chassin that Gezarath still haunts the lake, and that those who sprinkle the ashes of the deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit in memory of the contract with its beloved Assia. Gezarath will grant a single wish, and then vanish, never to be heard from again. A note is scribbled in the margin beneath the page. Marcus, I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks on an overhang overlooking that half-sunken winter dome, maybe Gezarath will appear and give you a wish. If the battle takes you there, I think it's worth a try. Might be worth a try. The thing is, it's still a spirit.
How about you? I'll get on it.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, all right.
A few silver pieces and that's all we got. This should be the payoff, yeah. Barbarian mace, crusher, bow, Thane helmet, robes, and a few gems. It's 3 defense. Iron helmet. Yep. Oh yeah. Horrible, horrible horns. Horns in general, I don't think they serve any defensive purpose. They're actually detrimental to your defense. They're very easy to... It's like having a handle on you for the enemy in a fight, and probably even if you miss the head, you'll still very likely hit the horn, so even though it doesn't split your skull open, it's a shock to your head that the enemy can probably quite easily achieve, so it's not a good thing. It's like those horned Viking helmets that no Viking has ever actually worn in reality, because it's a stupid thing. No sensible person would ever wear it. It's a ornamental thing that serves no useful purpose. So heads on a spike. Nothing else. We head north. Yep. This should be the place where we'd use the ashes, pile of rocks.
I'll get on it.
Summon a spirit, get a wish.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You see a pile of stones covered in a fine layer of dust and ash. We'll sprinkle more ash. Yep. Boo summons Gezurath from slumber. Oh, that's the party. Threatens an entire party monster. Okay, let's spread out.
Right.
Excellent.
Yes? Strike at me if you dare!
We're doing fairly well.
Right there. That's right! What is your command? I'll get on.
It wasn't too bad of a monster, it only seriously threatened one guy's life. When it started to split his attack, it was all over for him. And a crappy chainmail. Lovely.
Alright.
Enchanter's Pudding. +6 defense for mage. Well, at least that's something, and we got some experience from killing it. Not too dangerous of an opponent. We're still missing something. Lockbox. Yeah. We'll explore the map, then go after the lockbox. It's the enemy.
Say your prayers.
Can I get you a ladder?
I'm basically buying time until others can join on the attack the alpha. I'm not hitting it well enough to kill it on my own.
Say I didn't warn you.
We're going down now.
Alright.
Not too bad of a fight this time.
I'll get on it.
Ooh, arrows. That is great. And an enchanted dagger. Versus normal dagger, yeah. Plus 4 to attack. Better stats. What's our bow? Darkspawn longbow. We don't want to go there. It's our goal, but the thing is, we just haven't found the lockbox we need to find, the last will of one of the missionaries. I think the location was in the western side somewhere. It just isn't marked on the map. So what I'm guessing is somewhere here. It's a fairly long trip to there just for the box, but we're not likely to get back here anytime soon. I don't want to leave the quest unfinished. I think that's pretty much done. On the Korcari was done. Nothing really left to do here anymore. It's a nice area. Introduction to fighting, few interesting tactical situations, and a larger, even more difficult boss fight. Okay, we should be getting close to where we need to be. This is the western end. Ah, in cash. You rummage around in the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox sealed with wax. I feel I respect the last will of a person. So we'll bring the lockbox to bring it to Jeddah. We'll keep whatever's in there. Jeddah will have it. It's the least we can do. It's not like I expect a missionary to have some kind of huge secret magical treasure there worth tens of gold. It's probably a very limited amount of cash, maybe a few items. Minor items. I do like the blood effect in this game. It doesn't make much sense that you're sprayed with blood all over the place. And nothing. I mean, behind the ankles are just as bloody as my leg, so it doesn't make any kind of sense. But it's a nice overall effect. It gives more brutality to the fighting. Brutal close quarter fighting with blood spraying all over the place. It looks especially good on some of the women. They're spellcasters and have normal clothing. Very pale skin, so it looks very striking when there's bright blood sprayed all over. Okay, this should be it. Warden's Cache. We'll take Death Root. We can have someone focus on poison making. So we might be able to get something useful out of those two at some point. We'll see. It's a single item slots for a item that stacks up to 99. So it's not a huge sacrifice.
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
She is approaching 4 armed men covered in blood very confidently. So we should treat her seriously. She clearly doesn't feel threatened by us in any way. I'm neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, dwarf. You have nothing to fear from any witch. Tell me your name, and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized.
She's clearly a mage. At least she's making an effort. She's not doing anything hostile, so I don't see any reason for us to start any hostilities. I'm Durin. A pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
I don't see any reason to threaten her. Again, she's done nothing overtly threatening or damaging to us. It sort of seems like she has some kind of curious interest in what's happening, but no hostility, so we'll treat her as non-hostile for the moment. Then who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird-talking log, perhaps?
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
What options do we realistically have? Are you gonna start stabbing the woman just because she happened to be here and you're paranoid about things? Yeah, let's go. Why are you interested in helping us?
Why not? I do not meet many people here. Are you all so mistrustful?
Yep. I say we go with her.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.